So I just arrived in Barcelona. It's 25 degrees and I've just flown 27 hours to get here. But I now have a chauffeur because I flew Emirates instead of Cathay Pacific, which is good, but it's bad, but it's good, ended up good. And my little, I think he's Indian chauffeur, is gone to get the car. I hope he comes back. Wow, it's pretty hot to be standing here. Anyway, it's all good. So no worries. And I'll give you another update when I get to the hotel. I think this should be my car because it's a Mercedes-Benz. Of course. So I have just arrived in Barcelona and I got my chauffeur. It was a Mercedes, beautiful car. So I felt like a bit of a queen. And when I got here, I was served by some lovely gentlemen. There were 3 of them and they were all excited because I was from Australia. I came all the way and we're having a chat. And then he took me to the room and I was a bit disappointed because it was so tiny. And when he left, I realised there was no bath. And I picked this hotel because they had baths. So, of course, I didn't unpack. I went downstairs and told him the bad news. They were all speaking Spanish and I didn't know what they were saying. But anyway, apparently, so they say, I got the last room with a bath. So here I am in my little Spanish condo, and it's not, yeah, it is bigger than the other one, and as well as having a bath, it's also got, have a look, its own little patio, so I can sit on my own little table outside. Beautiful. So bonus. So it's worth complaining. I didn't complain, but it's worth saying so. You've got to speak up. So here I am in Barcelona, about 8 hours after I should have been here, but I'm happy I'm here. It's nice outside. It's not too hot, and it's of course not cold. So I'll talk to you a bit later. I'm here at the can't remember what it's called. It's Spanish, but that's because I'm in Spain. I'll talk to you later. Well, the Hotel Petit Palace Boqueria Garden, what a mouthful, is where I'm staying here in Barcelona. I found this hotel on the Qantas website. It's a Qantas hotel, and I picked it because of its vicinity to the middle of Barcelona. It was a great spot. And apparently this is now 2 hotels combined, so it's resulted in this beautiful garden area. Every time I've been out here, I've seen the gardeners, so they're always doing these beautiful gardens. And as I said earlier, I was given a room without a bath and I wasn't too impressed. It was up on whatever floor, but now this here, you can just see there, that's my balcony, that's my little, wow. So they've offered me this room and I'm very happy. And apparently it's going to have a bath. So let's go in and have a look.
So here at this hotel, as well as free bicycle hire if you're staying here, and as well as those electric scooters you just saw, they also offer free iPads. So a few little things that I've never seen in other hotels. And this beautiful restaurant here with wonderful seating, heaps of space, and as you can see, loads of food. And this is breakfast, my favourite time of day. Not too busy at the moment, so plenty of choices where I'm going to relax. The coffee is wonderful, brewed coffee, I like that as well. There is also a la carte menu. If you want to choose from the menu, you can have the chef cook something to order. And I noticed there's only one lady serving, so she's filling the buffet, serving everybody, helping them with the coffee. What a woman. So I had a great sleep in my room with a bath, and it's time for breakfast. Here in Barcelona, I find that everything is full of colour and art, even inside the hotels, as well as, of course, in the laneways and outside, and you'll see that later. I'm always an early riser, so I'm lucky enough to get some footage of the hotels. There's me in my shorts. I don't really care for that footage, but there's mirrors everywhere as well. But beautiful pastries, cheese and meats and fruit and everything and more that you would want for breakfast. Of course, you can't eat everything you see, and they're always jam-packed, these buffets. This one is particularly very fresh. They've got lots of low-carb options too, I noticed. And lucky, I was wondering if that was a long or a short napkin, and now of course I know because it's written on there. But I'm going to finish my breakfast here and go out and see the beautiful Barcelona. So this is central Barcelona in the middle of August, and it's still very warm. Now this here is the Mirador de Colom. It was erected in 1888. It's an amazing structure and it dominates the immediate area. So if you're looking for a meeting place in Barcelona, well, this is the place because it certainly stands out. So this here is the La Rambla, and it's a street in central Barcelona. It's a tree-lined pedestrian street, and it stretches 1.2 kilometers, connecting the Plaça de Catalunya, where I am, in the center, to the Christopher Columbus monument, the one I showed you not that long ago. Well, I'm here at the Plaça de Catalunya. This is a large square in the centre of Barcelona, and it's generally considered to be both its city centre and the place where the old city and the new meet. It's such a bustling area, and of course all the travel logs tell you to come here and have a look, which I'm doing, of course. I might come back later, maybe tomorrow, and have some dinner. But it reminds me a lot of being in Portofino, even though that is on the beach. Trying to get a seat in this restaurant is nearly impossible. But that's not tonight, because I'm now going out on the street.
better.
Oh, be nice to be at the front. And that's the way you clear a table here in Barcelona. So the biggest and freshest market in Barcelona is the So with no markets, I thought I'd find a way and get myself up the mountain. Well, that's not as simple as you think. I had to find the metro station to get me on that train and through those corridors to get me along to the funicular train. And then the funicular train takes you up to where the gondola starts. What a lot of effort. But I got there. Now, the Funicular di Montjuic is the place to go to get you up to the mountain. So you wait in line, as you saw, loads and loads of people. It took me a while, but it was worth it. I found my way to the top. It cost me about 20 Australian dollars, and that was for the return ride. And as you can see already, just out of the station, we are heading upwards. And in a minute, you'll see the wonderful views that you get from the gondola of the sensational city of Barcelona. So these gondolas can seat 6 people. I saw a lot of families and a few couples and couples get on. This couple here were in my gondola. They didn't speak a word of English. I didn't know where they were from, but they smiled so nicely. And right here is where we turn. So the gondola slows down and you do this turn, and then you go up even further up to the mountain. You can see the gondola there just on an angle, and they go around and then they straighten out again and go up again. There's the corner there. So we come up, we go along around the corner and up again. So you can see we're getting higher. There's the gondolas going back down. And soon I'll be at the top and I'll show you around. So once I've hopped off the gondola, I'm up the top. It's beautiful up here. It's a bit cooler, you get a bit of breeze. And remember, I'm in a tourist area, so of course everyone's selling everything that you've ever wanted along these paths. And they certainly have a lot of stuff. But stuff I don't really need and I don't necessarily want. So I'll just keep walking. On my right there, you can see the Montjuic Castle, and I'll return to that a little bit later on. Well, it's a nice walk up here around the top of the mountain. As you can see, I'm checking out my new camera and it looks down onto the old port. And also up here is the Miramar Gardens, and they're a little bit to the left. We'll see them shortly. But for now, I'll keep along on my walk. I'm up on the mountain, I think. It took me an hour to find the train to get the cable car and the cable car to get up here. And now I'm up here. I'm looking down at where I was going to get the cable car from, but that was a different cable car. So if you reckon that's bad and hard to understand, you try to understand it in Spanish. That's why it took me an hour. But I'm here, and look at the view. It's nice, and it's a nice day. I don't know what the temperature is, probably about 30 degrees I'd say, because I'm sweating like a pig. So hopefully I'll lose about 5 k's by the time I get home. He's going to. But I'm not doing that. No way. I'm on holidays. Mohammed, good on you. All the way from Spain. He's in Pakistan. Well, before long, I thought it was time to grab myself a gondola and head back down the mountain before too many people got the same idea. I'm an early riser, so I like to see these things early, and as well as getting too hot So I was happy to jump on and head back down. So I'm not quite sure if it's luck or it's smart, but as I'm exiting the gondola, all of these people are waiting to get on. So just to explain, I have just got the gondola down from the mountain, and then I must get this funicular train that takes you further down to the main train station. It's a bit confusing, and as I said earlier, in Spanish it's 10 times harder. So it did take me a while to latch on, even after what I've read. But I found it, and this is the funicular here, just coming up to stop. The doors open, and then of course people can get off, and then we get on and it does it all again. So if you're ever in Barcelona, that's what you do.
Ouais, c'est bon, c'est peut-être celui-là.
And tonight will be my last night here at the Petit Palace in Barcelona, as tomorrow I'll be off to London.